So for our trip, hospitality in Western Europe, our dates are May 8th through May 26th, and we will be visiting countries France, Portugal, Spain, Italy, and Switzerland.
My name is Antoine, I'm French, and I'd like to introduce you our group.
Hi, I'm Xin Li. I'm from China. I'm 23 years old and I'm hospitality major.
Hello, my name is Sawyer Kaufman. I'm from Salt Lake, Utah, and my major is outdoor rec parks and management.
My name is Carmen Reese. I'm from Monroe, Utah. I am 20 years old and my major is hospitality management. The classes that we will offer for credit on our program are HRHM 3010 Tourism Management and HRHM 4700 Special Topics. There are no prerequisites or special requirements to come on this trip. As long as someone is eligible to go on an SU study abroad program, they can come on this trip. Our program coincides with SU's mission statement because it promotes engaged learning. By getting out of the classroom and going abroad to learn about tourism, one can really get hands-on experience in the field and learn more about it, not just sitting in a room, listening to someone talk or reading out of a book. Our program is catered towards HRHM majors, which are hotel, resort, and hospitality majors. So anyone who is already a declared major in that field or anyone who would like to learn more about the HRHM field is welcome to come on this trip with us. Any kind of international experience will only help you in the future if you decide to go into this kind of major. The reason that international experience is very important to an HRHM major is because a huge part of hospitality is international tourism. So having any kind of experience at all dealing with international people or going to foreign countries is very important for an HRHM major. To tell you a little bit about the structure of our program, we are going to be using the train system in Europe to travel. We're going to start in Portugal, then move to Spain, and then from Spain we are going to France, and from France we are going to Switzerland, and then lastly our last stop is Italy. So we'll be spending a lot of time on the train. The cities that we are stopping in are massive cities. They are mostly the capitals of the countries we are going to, and there are millions of people in these cities. It's nothing like Cedar City. And because there are more people, unfortunately the crime rates are going to be a little bit higher, and in this next little part we're going to go over our safety plan for our trip. So first off, we have a SCU professor who is going to be accompanying us on the trip. This is Dr. Janice Scarinci. She is the teacher for the hospitality class that we are going to be taking, the HRHM 3010 Tourism, and she has years of experience taking students on trips like this, so don't worry. Our safety plan has 3 main points that I'd like to talk about now. First, everyone will travel with a buddy and no one will be left behind or alone. Second, everyone will have the contact information of our group leader, the other members of the groups, and local authorities in case they get in trouble, and this will be on a card inside their wallet or somewhere on their person. And third, if there is a problem, the group will decide on a meeting place beforehand so that they can meet again if they get separated. One of the biggest threats right now to European tourism is terrorist attacks, and everyone in our group is advised to be aware of suspicious activity, not to trust strangers, and to avoid large crowds if possible. So now I am going to talk about the itinerary and the budget for our program. Most of the slides after this are going to deal with the itinerary, and then lastly I will talk about the budget. There's also a slide regarding the service project that we're going to be completing in Rome while we're there. The first country we're staying in is Portugal. We will be in Lisbon for 3 days and 2 nights. The first day we're going to be there is going to be really busy because it's the day we arrive, so we're going to arrive and then walk around the city. The second day and the third day are going to be a little more relaxed, and we're going to just tour some places around the city. And the end of the third day we take a night train to Spain. The second country on our list is Spain. We spend 2 days, 2 nights in Madrid, and 1 day and 1 night in Barcelona. Then the next day we wake up early at around 7 a.m. to catch a train to Paris, France. One of the highlights of the Spain portion of this trip is a bicycle and picnic tour along Madrid Rio, which is kind of like a park next to a river that's opened recently. We spend the largest portion of our trip in Paris, France. We spend 6 days and 6 nights there. We go see the Eiffel Tower. Basically anything you can think of when you think of Paris, we're going to go and see it. We also have a day for parks, so you can either choose to go to the park Asterix or Disneyland. After our last night in Paris, we wake up early the next morning to catch a short train to Switzerland, and we arrive in Geneva. We basically just have a walking tour of the city. There are some geysers, there's a lake to see, and this is all done in one day, so we only spend one night in Switzerland. The last portion of our trip is in Italy. We spend 2 days and 2 nights in Venice, and then the remainder of our time outside the United States is going to be in Rome. Rome is where our service project is, but we have plenty of time. The service project is just for one day, so the rest of the time we are going to be exploring the cities. For our service project, we are actually going to be visiting a refugee center in the heart of Rome. We're going to spend the day there and just help out as much as we can. Usually refugee centers actually close in the winter, but this is one that's run all year round, so we'll be able to visit in the summer. So the totals for our trip, this number is calculated with $500 for student program cost, $661 for lodging, $306 for the train, around $600 for all the activities, and a program fee per student, which is $516.82, and that gives us a grand total of $2,545.32.